All right, Venom has been changed. So I'm trying a couple different decks. Let's see, what do you call this? This is basically a Galactus. Venom. Green Goblin, Nimrod, Hobgoblin, Shuri. So this is a turn 6 Galactus. Which I think is going to be the best deck for Venom. All right, let's see. Let's put Wolverine there. All right, we can give them Green Goblin over there. We can give them a Hobgoblin over there, and then we can Galactus, I guess. What's up, Frank is the best? What's up? I'm just gonna keep giving them these. Let's YOLO it. Oh, shit. All right, that won't work. Yeah, that was a mistake. Actually, I should have known that. That was just retreat. All right, that was a mistake. Well, I can still play Destroyer here, right? That doesn't work. It's just retreat. I got greedy. I should have did something else. Galactus. I don't think you can switch out Galactus. I mean, I'll look at a I can look at a non-Galactus Venom deck here in a minute. Good question, by the way. Oh, that's not what I want. Yeah, there's a actually I like this better. Let's see. There's a Deadpool deck that doesn't run Galactus. Should I snap him? Mortar Gritty Galactus gameplay, yeah. But to answer your question, there's a this right here doesn't run Galactus, and it's a Venom deck. Well, let's YOLO this and see where the Wolverine goes. That's good, right? That's pretty good, right? We go Shuri, Nimrod, Galactus. More dirty Galactus. Yeah, this is dirty Galactus stuff, man. Hella deck. Wand deck's been fun lately too. That's nice. Have you seen all the dev posts this week? Yeah, they mentioned a change to wave. Let me pull that up. Well, someone sent it to me. I don't have it in front of me. All right, let's see what they do. I don't know what they're going to do. Arrow? Fuck me. Hey, Galactus is unstoppable, remember? Oh my god, there it is right there. Everyone's using wave turn 5 and they can play Death or She-Hulk with another high card. An opponent can usually play one card. Is their fix coming getting ridiculous? Stay tuned. I don't even know what that means, actually. Right? That doesn't necessarily mean anything, necessarily, right? How do I want to play this? All right. Stay tuned. I mean, I don't know. Wave nerf? Yeah. They also mentioned something about clarifying the way that wave. They mentioned that they were not happy the way that wave interacted with certain types of cards, or like how it wasn't consistent. Like they're talking about how like stature and miles don't care about wave, right? So it seems to me that they want some other type of interaction, right? I'm just gonna do Shuri, Nimrod, Galactus. I mean, I don't know if this will win or not. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should make a video about this wave nerf thing. Stay tuned. They said something else though. Like they were mentioning something about making the way that wave works more clear in the interactions with certain cards more clear. And I don't know if it means a wave nerf. I think I interpreted it as being like that the weird interactions that happen. There we go. Wait a minute. So Arrow can't screw me now, right? Are we gonna lose here? High evolutionary. I think Tribunal is gonna be a wonky, how do I say it? Wonky combo card that's gonna be easily disrupted. You cannot use untapped if your account is iOS. Well, you can. It just doesn't do any. It's basically only on PC. Yeah, actually, Untapped would do nothing with PC. It's just Steam client only, basically. I think they want all cards to cost 4 regardless of any other action, so you can't play Shark with second card. Yeah. Need to find. There's more context. Oh, wait. All right, here we go. Wavetech says he changes all cards that cost 4 next turn, but rather she changes them to cost 4 during their current turn to the end of the turn. Now, in most cases, it doesn't make a difference, but with some interactions, it does. All right, we're going to come back to this. What do we want to do here? We're going to send them a green goblin? Is that good? Parker! Love that. Ooh, Shuri is good here. Or Doc Ock is good here too, right? No. You do not have to create a new account. The Untapped only works with the Steam client. iOS, there's no tracking software you can install on iOS, is what I'm trying to say. What do you want to do at untap.gg? If you want to track, just like look at people's stats and do shit, you don't need to do anything to do that. But if you want the game to track your stats and then have this little tracker right here, it's only going to work on the Steam client. Does this kind of mess them up? Let's see if it does. Oh, that was theirs. That was not mine. It's theirs. Not mine. I don't have that one. Yeah, I've got the normal one. I don't play Doc Ock in this deck. Oh, shit. All right. Yes. Yeah, I go back and forth from between my PC and my phone all the time. Yeah, all the accounts you have. I don't know what you have to do. I remember if you link it to Gmail or something, but you do something. I don't remember it being very hard. Yeah, so it's link account. Sign in with Google, sign in with Apple, however you want to do it. And then your account is linked. Yeah, but the thing is what do you want to do with untap.gg? Like, if you click my stats on untap.gg, it's only going to show stats when you played on the Steam client. It's not showing anything that happened on your iPhone. Which card deserves a nerfs? Why don't we focus on buffs rather than nerfs is what I'm saying. I'm doing it wrong. There is a mobile tracker for Android, but it's not untap.gg. It's the Marvel Snap.fan and the Marvel Snap Pro, which I use all three on Steam, but I've actually stopped using them overall. For me, the untap.gg, I just like the data there better. This is kind of a YOLO right here. Let's see, we just got to hope that Wolverine doesn't go middle. Yeah, and the next card that's getting nerfed is the one that's going into Series 3, correct. All right. Yeah, no, yeah. It's easier to say I lost to that card, therefore it should get nerfed. Holy moly, right? The community is all about whining about something over there. If people can't win over a card, they start complaining. Come on, it's fundamentally about win or lose. I know, right? I like balance adjustments. First of all, I think this OTA system is great. And moving a card up or down one is fine. Like, it's great. Oh, I should have, no, yeah, I should have moved Wolverine all the way to the left, right? Then I could have had a chance to get 2 more power. You're correct. Yeah, Martin, that's correct. Yeah, I could have gotten 2 more power out of Wolverine. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. I hate that location. Yeah, all right, let me put it to you this way. When the times that I've thought about cards that needed to be nerfed are in a very different situation than what's being described. When I want to play a deck and I know that the deck I'm playing is garbage because Shuri Red Skull is just better, that's when I start getting annoyed. It's like, wow, I really want to just play something else. But if I really want to do this, you know, min-max this, I should be playing Shuri Red Skull right now. This is a mistake over here. I don't even know why I'm playing over here. I need to play like I'm not going to be Oh, actually we're good because it's going to swap each location. Yeah, buffing cards makes more sense to me. All right, well, this is fucked. That's not what I want. I think we're still fine. Yeah, it's just when it's like when there's nothing else to play because there's only one good deck, and or you know there's a like, oh, Arrow is good in every deck. You know, that's kind of just annoying when there's like a card that is just good in every deck. And wait a minute, should I just do too bad these are in different lanes. I don't know what to do here. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, Mojo World is just bad here all around. And the low collection plateau is easy for infinite, and you suck. You're not getting there. Well, I have no idea what they're doing with matchmaking. Okay, let's look at this. So let's talk about the wave nerf. Stay tuned, right? So they're talking about the weird interactions with wave. Wave's text says she changes all cards to the 4 cost the next turn, but rather she changes them to 4 cost during the current turn until the end of next turn. In most cases, this doesn't make a difference, but with some interactions, it does. Namely, with discard decks, cards like Pauline and Wing, and so they end up discarding a random card if they're revealed after wave. Saw another post. Wave text is planned to be updated to be more clear. Are there also plans to make her effect actually start on the next turn, or is she meant to change everything during the turn she reveals as well? In other words, will her effect be changed to more accurately reflect her wording? Cards cost 4, or will her wording be changed to be more accurately reflect her effect? Yeah, see, this is exactly the problem. We will be changing her template to clarify her effect starts immediately. Stature's cost reduction is passively applied based on whether or not the condition is true, as in waves, and they apply in different layers. Swarm is just a one-time change applied to the copy. We have a change related to this in the near future that'll make it more intuitive. So something's going to happen to wave. What I'm getting at here is I don't think that this person right here that wants wave to be nerfed is necessarily going to be happy. I don't think that is what it's going to do. I still think there's going to be, it sounds like there's going to be some interesting interactions regardless, right? Yeah, the first time you hit infinite's a pain in the ass because you have to climb up a million more times. It's a lot harder than when you start at 70. I think once you've hit infinite, maintaining it's a lot easier. Yeah, Miles and Stature don't care about wave at all. Yeah. Should I just play, I don't know. Do I want to go Destroyer or do I want to go Nimrod? Just have, I think we want to just have like Nimrods everywhere, right? I think the way that Wave's card, The way that wave is, the way that wave is, shit, how come I can't talk English? The way that wave is worded is, confusing at best. I don't know if this is good or not. We'll find out. Yeah, I guess Galactus would have been fine too, right? Galactus left would have been fine. Yeah, then would have, then Galactus. See, the thing is that Galactus would be 2 plus 4 plus 10, so 14, 16. I didn't know how big their yeah, I was worried that they could drop like there was some the method to that. I was worried about like them dropping like swarm apocalypse all into one lane or something. Yeah, you like, I'll tell you one, there's a couple things to notice if you think you got a bot. Noticing weird splits and noticing that you're playing against something that's a weird split. The other thing too is if they play something like turn 1 Nightcrawler and then they move the Nightcrawler on turn 2, that's a bot. You know what I'm talking about? It's like, oh, that's a bot. Let's nuke this. Should I buy Galactus or wait for a high evolutionary? Galactus require, first of all, you have to ask yourself, is Galactus fun or not fun to play? I'm not even sure. Like, I'm not sold on Galactus or anything, right? And then secondly, Galactus requires a fuck ton of cards to work, depending on the build, right? There's just so many cards to make Galactus work. Ooh, should I hoard collector reserves? I do, Jason. Good question. I do. Oh, we're going to see you tomorrow. You know that, Jason. We're going to see you tomorrow. Did Kat message you? Shit, that's bad for me. Yeah, that's bad for me. Oh, yeah. I But here's the thing, like with high evolutionary, like how hard is it going to be able to build a high evolutionary deck? I mean, literally you're going to have all the cards, right? Like everybody has Misty Knight and Wasp and or most of them, right? Like most people have all the cards needed to make a Galactus deck work or a high evolutionary deck work. I feel like there's some super hyper specialized cards that makes like most Galactus decks work. All right, I actually hate this deck. I really don't like it. Patch is Tuesday. Yeah, and here's the thing. You might not want to buy High Evolutionary the day he comes out, which is going to be, what, 2 weeks from, a week from Tuesday, so like 10 days from now. He may not be as exciting as everybody thinks he is. I mean, we actually just don't know. Well, we don't know how that's going to play out at all. We have no idea. They want to change it, yeah, so that hoarding reserves won't matter. They do. I don't think I win here. I hate this deck. I just do not like this deck at all. I just don't like it. All right, we're gonna be done with it here. Hey, people don't watch videos about mediocre decks. All right, not a fan. Let's get rid of this. Let's just do like a full destroy deck. Let's delete these. I just don't like them. I had a feeling I wasn't gonna like these decks. Like I understand that I'm not playing them well, and that's fine, but I just don't like them. I think everybody has a different play style, and it just those decks don't seem very. This feels more straightforward. Yeah, I'm gonna try this for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go to I'm gonna just try a couple things until something like, I don't know. I'm big on feels. Usually after about 5 to 10 games, it's like, okay, this deck feels good. And I'm sure a lot of it is my play style. Well, dude, I got a lot of variants in this deck. Holy moly. Variant, 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 variant. I gotta get some other ones going. I wish they bring back the P3 shop. Yeah, I feel like that was a big FU to the player base in a lot of ways. 200 games this season? Wow, you're playing a lot. And where are you at Infinite right now? Holy moly, that's a lot of games. I don't think I have that many games. Yeah, starting the season off at, oh, that's nice for him. Starting the season off at Infinite is kind of nice. Or at 70, right? You know what I mean, right? Do I want to do this now? Boy, that sucks right there, right? Will that get death low enough where I can play her? This guy has a full gold deck. Holy shit. Maybe this is a real player. I don't know. With a lot of their changes? Yeah, I'm not sure. So that'll be 8 power. Well, then I just lose there, right? But then all of that will go into null. And then we're taking a chance that it'll skip over there. All right, let's do that. And then the Wolverine will have a 50% chance. It'll be 9 power. Wow, we just got destroyed. Yeah, we would have lost no matter what we did there. All right. How do we know if people are quitting from the acquisition system, though? Is it people that are complaining about the acquisition system are not quitting because they're complaining? How do we know what people are really quitting about? I guess is my real question. Like, they're not, people that quit don't complain, they just disappear. I don't know what to do here. Suppose that people have said they won't be playing Snap because of the card acquisition system. Oh shit. Actually, that's okay, right? It's not great. Yeah, it's not great. They quit for the same reason? Okay. Yeah, this is useless, right? Because it... Yeah, it's useless. Yeah, this really screwed me up. This is actually terrible. Yeah, he's just gonna play Destroyer or Galactus, right? Can I beat a 20 power, 22 power here? No. All right, so a couple things, right? I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. Let's talk about two extremes rather than talking about us, like you and me. Let's talk about two extreme types of players for a moment. The people that are 100% free to play and people that spend a lot of money that fund 80 to 90% of the game's revenue. Two extremes, right? Free to play, never will spend a penny, doesn't matter how frustrating the monetization system is, doesn't matter how good the battle pass is, they're never spending. People that spend a lot of money on the other end that actually fund the game, 80 to 90% of the game. What I'm going to tell you is the developers don't care about the free-to-play player. And the Krakens are bored as fuck right now. And they are quitting the game because there's nothing to do. And they have every card. And they can keep their collection going by only buying the battle pass for like $10 a month. And they're not spending money because there's nothing to buy. There's no chase. There's nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing. And they're bored. Think about that for a minute. Think about that. Just think about it for a minute. It's really strange. Yeah, just think about it for a minute. So, like, if you think they're going to modify their card acquisition system to be more free-to-play friendly, I doubt it. The changes that are coming are going to be not what people think. Let me give you a fact. Like, let's say I'm a whale, right? And I've spent $26,000 in Marvel Strike Force. I don't really like spending money on mobile games, but I will. I have everything. I'm spending $10 a month. There's nothing to buy. I can literally buy the battle pass and I'm fine. Okay, well, how are they gonna get $26,000 out of me? That's what I'm saying. Hmm. Oh, this is actually kind of bad, huh? Yeah, I did Nova. I did it wrong. I need to play Nova first. Thank you. Oh, shit. I don't know if that's bad, but oh well. Krakens fund 80 to 90% of the game's revenue. Hmm. So he's going to play Destroyer, right? So we'll have 10 there, 10 there, and 15 here. That wins, right? I know some Krakens that are just they're playing other games. You know what I mean? They're just playing other games. Yeah, they run out of things to do here. I think that everybody's talking about the card acquisition system, which affects free-to-play players. Doesn't really affect. It doesn't affect the spenders. I suspect that the spenders getting bored is a bigger problem than free-to-play players not liking the game's pay-to-win system. That is what I'm trying to say. The severity of the problem of Krakens getting bored and not spending because there's nothing to spend money on versus players that aren't spending anyways being frustrated with the game's card acquisition system is almost not a real problem. But I could be wrong, because this game has a different monetization system than other games I've played, so I could be wrong. Yeah, I could be wrong. Oh my god, what is going on here? I don't know what to do here. Like, this is actually, I guess maybe Wolverine will bounce into that lane. All right, that's cool, right? Oh, that worked out the way I thought it was going to work out. That was kind of nice. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I don't think the card acquisition system is great or anything. I'm not trying to say anything like that. I'm just saying that. What do we want? Let's see that. That is 5 plus 4 is 16. All right, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. No. We're gonna take this one over here. Yeah, what I'm saying is that the data that the developers are looking at may be very different than people thinking are the card acquisition systems here is bad or something. They may not be. They're looking at other things, and the changes that they may make may not be what people think they're gonna make at all. Oh, I did this wrong. Yeah.
Live from the Daily Bugle.
Like don't be surprised when the new card acquisition system that comes out is actually shittier. That's all I'm saying. Don't be surprised. I'm just saying. Don't be surprised. Yeah. We're coming out with extreme bads. They now cost 12,000 collector tokens. Yeah, I'm just telling you, like, you think that they're gonna make it like more accessible? I don't think so. I don't think so. Don't give them any ideas, I know, right? These rocks kind of suck. Oh, like a Fortnite model? So the Fortnite model is more of an anomaly than people realize. I think can I take the middle with see if he does Killmonger here. Yeah, I lose. Well, yeah, I lose. Okay, so I guess what I'm saying may be a little bit off-putting. Let me put it to you a different way. The number one cardinal sin in mobile game developing is allowing your Krakens, your best customers, your most highly engaged customers, your infinite gameplay guys, people that are willing to spend hundreds, if not thousands, a month. The cardinal sin of mobile games is allowing those players to get bored. Under no circumstance should any developer allow that player to get bored. In fact, that is probably their only job. Don't allow these people to get bored. keep them chasing, keep them engaged, keep them engaged in the game. Yeah, and I don't know that this game is doing that right now. This is actually kind of confusing, right? That is the vast order. I don't know what to do when I get to infinite. Like what? Like I have all the cards I want. There's no card out there that I'm saying, man, I wish I had this card. Man, if I just get to level 10,000 collection level, then I'll be able to get this card. There's nothing. There's nothing. I don't know what there is to do at some point. I think I lost this one. Yeah, they need to do something. What I'm saying is that there's yeah, there's got to be something more, is what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah, we lost this one. Yeah, maybe that could be that too. I don't think that's wrong. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, so what I'm saying is that what I suspect is a bigger problem than the monetization system or the card acquisition system is that the highly engaged players are bored. All right. Marvel Strike Force is wildly successful. I mean, we can call it a fiasco, but it's wildly successful. Yeah, I know, right? Save null. Ugh. My brain is not in this deck. Boy, is everybody playing Galactus Venom right now? Yeah. Yeah, I misplayed. Let's just let them have their 2 cubes. Why do people not like guilds or alliances? I can tell you why the developers like them, and then maybe understand why people don't like them. Developers like them because developers like alliances and guilds because then you develop a neighborhood and you get the keeping up with the Joneses, and then you develop friendships, and then you end up saying things like, if it wasn't for my alliance, I would have quit 5 years ago. I just love my alliance. People say that stuff all the time. And there's studies on this. So, and the developers are aware of these studies on how effective alliances and guilds are in keeping player retention. Yeah, and then people just don't want to deal with that. Like, for the same reason that the developers like it, I think some people just don't want to be a part of that. Like, I mean, how many of you guys have for whatever reason have actually met up with someone in real life that you played in alliance with? A lot of people have. Right? Yeah, what am I going to do here? All right. So this lane is not going to matter. What lane do I want to blow up is the question. Because it's going to get swapped around. Yeah. Yep, I've met Half Sand. Well, Half Sand came to my house, but I met Oz before. Who else have I met? I met Valley multiple times. I mean, that's a little different, I suppose. Cards can't be played here. Wow, that didn't work out well, did it? Oh, wait. That, Killmonger eliminates that situation, though, right? White Tiger, go middle. Yeah, in a lot of ways, I think that, for me anyways, playing this type of game has been refreshing, where I don't have to worry about alliances. Like, some people might, the lone wolf, right? Uh-oh. Oh. I've done with Arnold, Jeff Hooligan. I really haven't gotten a lot of traction in this game, to be honest with you. I used to be pretty close with Cozy. I haven't bothered him. Yeah, the only collab, I think I did some with Valley and I did some with Arnold. One cards can't be played here. All right, how do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? All right, Jeff, let's go. Yeah, Kraken. I chat with Kraken Null. I chat with Wolverthor, who's in chat right now. Seth the Hex is in here. I probably should do more stuff together. I did a collab with Bootman. Oh shit. Yeah. We got the Gambit. The Gambit hit my Null. And my Wolverine didn't bounce into the middle. My Wolverine could have bounced into the middle and he could have not hit my Null and that would have been fine. It's kind of hard to replace Null on this deck. Oh my god. Quantum realm. How's Venom going? It feels like the same to me. Like, I don't know. Like, I think we're all just playing these decks to see if they work, and I mean, I don't know. It feels kind of. I don't know. I think Venom is a card that a lot of people want Venom to work. Right? Does that not work? I never know how these location things work, but this one. Alright, still worked. No longer. Is it Pixel Deadpool? All right, so I can ruin his Deadpool. Right? This is gonna ruin his Deadpool, right? Because all right, that's fine. Go ahead, man. Oh, he had armor. All right. I would have won if it wasn't for arm. No, I would have lost. I still would have lost. He would have had 6 points and I would have 5. So I still would have lost. Actually, let's make a video about Wave. Let's see if there's any Reddit posts about Wave. Wave's been in the game for a long time, so I don't understand why she busted now and she wasn't busted 2 months ago or 3 months ago or 4 months ago or 6 months ago or 8 months ago or 9 months ago. When your opponent with the Wolvie avatar plays Green Goblin. Sarah has been in the game too for a long time. My life savings. I think I just played against this guy. I had to have, right? Yeah, we played against this. I just played against this guy, didn't I? Marble Snap fan. Control F, wave. Actually, that's kind of telling right there. I think that's a great analysis right there. Is Wave more annoying than Storm, America Chavez, Killmonger, Doctor Doom? – 64 win rate when Doctor Doom is played. Yeah, like, I mean, if we're going to talk about a card, let's talk about Doctor Doom. If it's about the performance of the card, then we have to talk about Doctor Doom. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like... I don't understand this nerf obsession. I'm going to start the video out by saying, yeah, if you're coming here to because you feel like Wave should be nerfed, you're at the wrong channel. Here we're going to talk about reasons why Wave needs some clarification on the way that she works, because there's some confusing interactions. But if you're looking for a crybaby channel, that's not here. There's a lot of other channels that are. No, I'm not going to say that. Let me point you in the right direction. I need to use the restroom. We'll be right back. thank you. No, I'm a complainer in games, so I guess I should shut up. I just the nerfing of cards seems to be, you know, for someone that complains a lot, and I consider myself a serial complainer. I think it's gone too far sometimes. I could use the restroom. Yeah, so here's the thing, like, a couple things. Like, when you're going to build a deck, and let's say you're wanting to play a move deck or whatever, and you're going like, and then let's just use a generic example. It's like, and you have to make a decision between putting Heimdall in the deck or some other 6-cost card. Now, let me give you an example. Let's say America Chavez had her stats were 20, right? And she, instead of her being a 6'9", she was a 6'20", right? And when you're sitting there, when you're trying to build a move deck, and you can't justify putting Heimdall in the deck because America Chavez has 20 power, and the correct card to put in that deck is America Chavez, there's something wrong with America Chavez. Does that make sense? When you're playing a move deck and there are better cards that go in every single deck that are better than Heimdall in a move deck, there's either a problem with Heimdall or there's a problem with that other card. And so let me give you some examples of that. Sunspot. I don't want to play Blade in my discard deck because Blade sucks and Sunspot's just better. Well, that's a problem. Shang-Chi should go in every single deck because blah, blah, blah. Pre-nerf Arrow. Arrow should just go in every deck. Leader should go in every deck. Leech should go in every deck. That's when it's not because my deck loses to your card. It's when I'm building a deck and there's a card that is good in every deck, and I stop playing the logical cards that should go into that deck, then there's a problem. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say? Yeah, I'm not saying nerf cards because, Killmonger should be nerfed because I can only play Zoo decks. I don't know how to play any other deck but Zoo, and I'm playing Zoo this week, and fuck Killmonger. That card is trash. Yeah, it's just like, dude, that's not like a reason to nerf a card because you're bent on playing a certain type of deck and there's a counter to it. That's not a reason to nerf a card. If you're a a dump your hand turn 6 type of guy, you probably don't like Wave. All right. Okay. Yeah, it's just like, so it's like, you know, there's reasons to nerf cards, and there's a reason why Leader and Arrow got nerfed, and there's a reason why Sunspot got nerfed. It's because at their cost, in most decks, they were the best choice. When building a deck, you say, yeah, just take out your worst card out of the deck and put in Arrow, and it's magically better. Well, then maybe there's a problem with Arrow, if that's a true statement. And those are the type of cards that need to be nerfed. I don't think Wave is in that category at all. Like, not even close. Like, Wave is situationally good. Like, I think Wave is used for different reasons in different kinds of decks, which is also interesting. You know what I mean? It's not like Wave does different things for different decks. Like, the Wave's purpose in a Galactus deck is different than Wave's purpose in a deck that runs She-Hulk or Death, right? Just play good cards. Yeah, I know, but if it's the cards are like, just play good cards, I agree with that too. Then but that, I feel like if we're gonna talk about reasons why cards should be nerfed, I think what I'm talking about is a reason, not. I just don't buy into this. I only play this type of deck, and this card ruins my deck, therefore it should be, you know, deleted from the game. Just because I need to play this type of deck. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't see, now, I do agree that Wave's text box is confusing. Are there a lot of people thinking that Wave needs to be nerfed? I don't even know if this is a thing though. Is there a whole thing about nerving Wave? Am I imagining this? I think there's a need to clarify the way that she works. It's kind of strange, like how some cards are affected and other cards aren't. It's not intuitive. To all the posts. Whoa, is this? I think this is actually to the post saying is the climb much harder this season? Oh, no infinite players giving away cubes. Infinite can only beat infinite. Since the season started, there's been a lot of posts about harder to rank up this season, get infinite. Also for players that also previously hit was infinite. I believe the reason is that of the change is that infinite can only beat infinite. I think this is true, actually. Who would have thought that this would make it harder? Last season it was implemented halfway through the season, therefore it wasn't a problem last season, but now it was since the game started the season. There isn't an infinite amount of cubes anymore, since infinite players can't lose their cubes to people below 100. Yeah, infinite players playing Agatha bot deck, Agatha decks, or just garbage decks. Yeah, because as soon as I hit infinite, I start playing garbage decks. This is a thing, guys. Did everybody just forget that infinite players just give away cubes to people, basically, because they don't care when they hit infinite? Oh, that's a good point, Steve. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at this. People don't want Galactic Wave nerfed. Holy shit. Yeah, this... I mean, did anybody think this was like a possible outcome of them changing this rule? Because I remember people like constantly saying things like, I get matched up against infinite players all day long, and I'm like, sometimes infinite players just don't care once they hit infinite. And I always wondered if the number of infinite players that stopped caring was more than the ones that continued to care. Like, I wondered what the ratio was that, and this implies that a lot of people are like me, man. I start playing fucked decks once I hit infinite. Boomer, on my climb, I saw tons of bots. However, since infinite, I haven't seen a single one. I don't know, man. I just played Jeff. I don't think I've played a bot since I've hit infinite. No, I mean, I could tell if they were climbing still and lose on purpose. Yeah. I know there's bonouts to die, but they maybe take stands as minimal amount of cubes they donate. I might get down for this, but I don't believe there's anything wrong with an MM system. Yes, it can be approved, but infinite now is real infinite since it's impossible for a limited amount of people to get there. Whatever people think, are just completely wrong. As discussion on the post has been evolving, I see great points of the people simply just got better and the meta is harder. I also think that the meta is more diverse, and what about this concept? Because the meta is more diverse, it's harder to get to infinite because it's less about the deck and it's more about the player. And therefore, some previous players might just have been pushed out. I think the point is something to say. Might have been given too much credit. I also want to point out I hit infinite 2 days, so I can't really speak how below 100, but when I'm reading this sub, it seemed pretty bad. Maybe it's normal. I did begin playing 3 months ago. Just theory I came up with. Also, I don't know. I wonder how many games. I felt like I took my time getting to infinite this season. Like, I just dragged my feet. Like, I wasn't trying to do it right away. And I just interpreted that as, I knew that once I got infinite, my interest level kind of drops a little bit. And so I was actually trying to keep it. Let's see, matches. Let's see. Took me 600 games. Last season was 800 games. The season before was 896. It took me more days to hit infinite, but less games. I don't know. $1,200? Okay, so here's the thing then. So someone that's smart in here might be able to tell me this. before actually looking at my data, I was going to say, is the climb much harder this season? Holy shit. I was about ready to say, this season has been so much harder and it took me longer, blah, blah, blah. Like, then I went and looked at the data and that's just not true. It actually took me quite a bit less. So what is that a function of? What kind of bias or psychological means is that, where I felt like this was true, and then when I actually looked at the numbers, it was the opposite? Because it's not. Like, I looked at the numbers and it's actually not harder than last season or the season before or the season before. So I don't know what to say. All right. Yeah, you know what? This is true. Dude, what do you think the main reason for this is? Is it because of Shuri was pushing this deck down? Like, this was not viable because of Shuri, and then because Shuri exploded, everybody started playing Shang-Chi, and then there was Shang-Chi everywhere, and so this deck in some ways doesn't care about Shang-Chi. I mean, these cards don't care about Shang-Chi, right? Oh, I know. I climbed the most when I didn't play on YouTube. Holy shit, dude. Like, it's so much easier to climb on Twitch. All right, that's a fair take. Yeah, I did most of my climbing on Twitch instead of YouTube, and maybe that has something to do with snipers. Like, it's holy shit, it was so much easier to climb on Twitch. Like, I flew on Twitch. Let me show you what happened on Twitch the other day. I basically hit infinite on Twitch because it was like, people saying it's because I didn't have any snipers, but yeah. I played for like and maybe an hour, and I played 17 games. I won 75% of my matches. I gained 31 cubes. I was averaging 1.82 cubes per game. This is my Twitch stats. Yeah. I don't think you suck, Wolverstore. I don't know, man. Is it fun? Yes. Oh, shit. Resize. Here, kitty, 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 yeah. Ghost. All right. How am I gonna? All right. You want to do this with me, Wolverthor? Call me on Discord. If you want to just bang this out, let's bang it out together. People saying I don't do collabs, so let's do one. Edit time. I guess he's editing. Okay. All right. I think he's editing, so we're just gonna bang it out. All right, a lot of people are talking about if Wave is gonna. A lot of people are talking about Wave getting a nerf, and I personally don't really think that she needs a nerf. I do think the card is a little bit confusing and has some strange interactions, but a lot of people I think are reacting to this post right here, which was asked in the Discord. Wave nerf. Everyone is using turn 5 so they can play Death or She-Hulk with another high card. The opponent can usually only play one card. Is there a fix coming for this? Getting kind of ridiculous. And then Glenn, who works at Second Dinner, said stay tuned. Now you can see that the sentiment behind this is somewhat negative. And for me, I think Wave is an interesting card. She's been in the game for a long time, and I've never perceived her to be as problematic. I always thought that the way that she worked with some cards was strange. And I'm not sure if this means that Wave is getting a nerf because of balance reasons or because the card needs some adjustment to the way that it works and interacts with certain cards, like the way that the Wave works with discard decks and Swarm as opposed to Stature and Miles. We're going to go over that. But in general, when I look at the stats of highly played cards. So these are some of the more popular cards in Marvel Snap right now. America Chavez, Storm, Wave, Killmonger, Doctor Doom. And these are stats for just this season. And we've got play rate right here. Then we've got win rate. Then we have cube rate. And then we have win drawn, cube rate. And then win played. And so, you know, like, I don't see myself like Wave as a problematic card. You know, 53, 54, 56, you know, 0.3, 0.4, 0.55 compared to like Doctor Doom, you know, 56%, you know, 0.4, 0.45, and then when played, Doctor Doom's got a 0.87. So I feel like Wave overall, other than having bizarre interactions, is in a reasonable place. And I also feel like Wave is played in different types of decks for different reasons. I mean, sometimes Wave is used as a mana acceleration, to put out a big card on an early turn, like in an Electro Ramp or Galactus deck. And then other people are using Wave as to kind of frustrate a big turn 6 play. So Wave on turn 5 can do that. And I think that has created a lot of different archetypes. I mean, there's Doom Wave and Death Wave. And typically the way those decks work is that Wave is played on turn 5. And that's the only card that's played. And usually there's Sunspot on the board. And Sunspot gets the 2 energy. And then on the last turn, they're able to play She-Hulk for 2. Maybe Death for free. And then something else like Doom or Arrow or Shang-Chi or Enchantress, something else. And your opponent may only be able to play 1 card. So the developers talked a little bit more about this because there's some strange interactions that I want to go in. And King Spooky also on Discord was talking about Wave text that she changes all cards to cost 4 the next turn. But in reality, she changes them to cost 4 during the current term and until the end of next turn. Now, in most cases, this doesn't make a difference, but with some interactions, it does, namely with discard decks like Colleen Wing and Lady Sif that end up discarding a random card if they're revealed after Wave. Saw another post that Wave text is planning to be updated to be more clear. Are there also plans to make her effect actually start on the next turn, or is she meant to change everything during the turn she reveals as well? So basically the way it works is that the change goes into effect after she's played, and it continues to the end of next turn, which is problematic depending on who has priority. In other words, her effect be changed to more accurately reflect her wording. Starting the following turn, cards cost 4, or will her wording be changed to be more accurately reflect her effect from the time she is revealed until the end of the next turn, cards cost 4. And then the same developer, Glenn, says we'll be changing her template to clarify her effect starts immediately. And I think that would be an appropriate change just so that we can know what's going on with the card. And then other questions came up, stature versus swarm regarding Wave interaction. So if you've played the Black Bolt stature deck or the which typically runs Miles, Wave does not care. That deck does not care about Wave. Stature still costs 1 after playing Black Bolt, and then you can still play something else like Darkhawk for 4, right? Or any card for 4 because of the way the Wave works. So that's kind of interesting. Then also, like decks like Sarah also don't necessarily care about Wave. Then Sarah decks can play 2 cards, right? So it's interesting. Why is it that when Wave is played on 5, she does not affect the cost of Stature given Stature's ability triggers, but Wave affects the cost of Swarm after you receive the duplicate Swarm, which reads that it costs 0. Stature's cost reduction is passively applied based on whether or not a condition is true, as is Wave's, and they apply in different layers. Swarm is just a one-time change applied to the copy. We have a change related to this in the near future that'll make it more intuitive. And so hopefully we get to figure out what that is and how that works. I really hope they don't drastically change the card because I do like Wave. I mean, I'm not one of those people that, this card counters my deck and I lost to it, therefore it must be nerfed. I'm more of the camp of players of like I'm building a deck or I want to play a deck, but then there's just one card that is better than all other cards. And so I just play that card because, it'd be like if I wanted to build a Heimdall deck and instead of putting Heimdall, America Chavez has 20 power and it's just better to play America Chavez than Heimdall. That would be a problem. And those are the kind of cards that I think need to be adjusted where it just restricts like deck composition because you're just going to play the best card. And then we have a format, and I've been an advocate of this too, of just playing good cards. Then you just play the best cards, and then it doesn't even matter what the composition of the decks are. I mean, why play Blade in a discard deck if Sunspot is just better? Is the type of situations that I personally do not like. And then let's talk about Black Bolt and Stature for a second. These two will never be better. I think that had to do with that situation I was talking about exactly. Shuri, Taskmaster, was just better. And there was no reason to play Black Bolt or Stature because you could just get a lot more power out of playing, the Shuri decks. And everybody started running Shang-Chi, right, to counteract the Shuri decks. And so there really is no reason to play Black Bolt or Stature when you could just get more, play Shuri and Taskmaster and win the game, right? This deck was never going to keep up with it. So the other thing too is Black Bolt and Stature also don't care about Shang-Chi or Enchantress. And so that makes them a good option because of Shuri, Red Skull, Taskmaster. People were playing a lot of Shang-Chi, and this is kind of an effective counter to it. So before we move on, I just want to say that I do like these over-the-air updates, and I personally prefer that they make these little incremental changes and that they buff cards more than they nerf cards. I don't understand why we need to nerf so many cards when they could be buffing so many bad cards. So like today, I've largely been playing Venom. Haven't really found a deck to my liking when playing Venom, but at least it gives me an option. Drax, I don't know if it was enough. But the other day I lost to Orca and it made me happy. It was like, wow, Orca actually saw play and I lost to an Orca in his own lane and it made me smile. It's like, that's why they need to buff more cards. This is an interesting topic. To the post saying, is the climb much harder this season? The reason Infinite can only meet Infinite. Since the season started, there's been a lot more posts about how hard it is to rank up the season to get Infinite. Also for players that also previously was Infinite. I believe the reason for this is because the change that Infinite can only beat Infinite. Last season was implemented halfway through the season, therefore it wasn't a problem since last season. But now it is in the game since the start of this season. It does so that there isn't an infinite amount of cubes anymore, since Infinite players can't lose their cubes to people below 100. I know bots donate, but I still believe my take stands as it minimal what amount of cubes they donate. I might get downvoted for this, but I don't believe there's anything wrong with the MMR system. Yes, it can be improved, but the Infinite now is a real Infinite since it's impossible for an unlimited amount of people to get there. What do people think, or I'm just completely wrong? And then this was right here. As the discussion on the post has been evolving, I do see some great points that people simply just got better and the meta harder, and therefore some previous players might just have been pushed out. I think the point has something to say, but have given it too much credit. And I actually was going to agree with this post, and say, wow, it's just harder to get to Infinite. And I feel like there's two situations in life that have surprised me and where it's just a feeling. Like, for example, when I used to live in California, people would go to Las Vegas and where I live now, and they would gamble. And I would say, well, did you make money? And they'd say, I broke even. And nobody ever told me they lost money. Some people told me they won money. And then I said, well, did you write it down? And then nobody ever wrote it down. And it's like, well, how do you know if you really lost money or broke even or won money? And I don't know. The other thing too is that in other games, you can request to find out how much money you've spent on the game. And oftentimes people will request to the developers and say, how much money have I spent on the game? And then the number is double what they actually thought. And so feelings sometimes are very different than the actual facts. And I experienced this with this situation because I was going to say, wow, it is harder to climb this season. But I actually went and looked at the data. And 4 seasons ago, I got to Infinite in almost 1,300 games. 3 seasons ago, I got there in 900 games. The last season before, I got there in 800 games. And this season, I got there in 621 games. So is this just a feeling, or are there actual numbers to back this up is my question. Is it actually harder? Now, what I do think is happening is kind of what they said towards the end here, is that I believe we have a more balanced meta than ever before, and that there are more decks that can be competitive, and people can play decks that they want. And it felt like in the seasons before, it was a little bit more lopsided. And to a small extent, it is a little bit lopsided right now with the Stature Black Bolt deck. But with the meta being more wide open, then it becomes down to skill more than just having the best deck and playing Shuri, Red Skull, Taskmaster, which I largely played a lot of that deck. But it's not about as much about deck composition anymore as it's more about, snapping and retreating. And the game is largely about retreating. So I'm not really sure if it has anything to do with infinite can only meet infinite. But it's an interesting conversation for sure. I know for me, one of the reasons why I thought it was harder to climb this season, because even though I did in less games, I'm not playing as much per day. And then something also happened is I one day played on Twitch for maybe about an hour, as opposed to when I normally play on YouTube. And a lot of people said, wow, you're playing a lot better. And I didn't play very long. I played 17 games and I had a 76% win rate and I had 1.82 cubes. Maybe it's because I wasn't getting hit with stream stripers. I don't know. I have no idea. And then lastly, is it fun? Yes. And then he knocks down Galactus. Let me know what you think in the comment section about the season. What do you think about Wave? I just wish they would buff more cards than nerf cards. I'm just not a fan of nerf. I mean, they could nerf everything down to Quicksilver and then what, right? That wouldn't be too fun. Let me know what you think. And as always, thanks for watching. Keep on gaming. Bye for now. I just recorded it. I just finished it. I just banged it out. You want to reshoot it with me? I'll reshoot it with you if you're here now. I just finished recording it. I'll reshoot it for you, man. I'll do that for you. I don't mind reshooting it. I'll do anything for you, Orville. If you want to bang it out, let's do it. Just ring me on Discord. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think Wave needs clarification on how she actually works more than anything else. Aw, thank you. My opinion on Galactus will change if Galactus decks start taking off and blowing up. I didn't feel I understand the idea that playing against Galactus decks is kind of annoying, but I just didn't perceive them myself to be super effective. Maybe I'm wrong. It seems that they got better this season than last season. Also, the data that it seems to me that people will use Galactus to climb, and then usually once they hit Infinite, they stop playing Galactus, which is also kind of interesting. Yeah, I just don't have like... And if they're gonna do something to Galactus, have them change Doc Ock instead, You target a peripheral card to Galactus. Yeah. Yeah, I think the way that the way that Wave works is confusing, and if the design intent of the card wasn't supposed to work around, you know, Sarah or Death or She-Hulk, then if they want to change it, I guess it's their prerogative, you know, because they know the design intent of the card. What was if the purpose of Wave is to restrict both players to playing one card the next turn, then maybe it should do that. I mean, I don't know what the design intent of the card was. I mean, I'm not sure that the interaction that it currently has with Death and She-Hulk or Stature or any of those cards was intentional. I'm not sure. All right, I'm gonna go eat lunch and then I'm gonna pop on Twitch. What do I got here? I need to get on Twitch here in a little bit. Nerf those guys, not the deck. Yeah, I would not care if they made small adjustments to Doc Ock and or Spider-Man. If Galactus decks are truly a problem, like I don't think I would care if they slightly modified those cards to bring those decks into more of an alignment. Like, what would I care? Yeah, let's look at the for kicks. Let's look at the Galactus win rate right now. Is Galactus even doing anything? Is Galactus even annoying? Kind of. Actually, the guy kind of seems annoying right there. 52% win rate. 1 cube. I don't know, man. Galactus is borderline. These stats right here are not terrible. And this is better than, see, when Leech Sandman was a thing, these numbers didn't look like this. So I think the Galactus players were getting screwed over by Sandman Leech, specifically Leech, and then maybe the Leech nerf opened up Galactus to be more menacing. Yeah, Odin, there you go. Yeah, exactly. See, that's the case that I'm trying to make. What's more annoying, Odin or Galactus? Excellent point you made there. Yeah, Silver Surfer's annoying. Ultron's annoying. Death's annoying. Hela's annoying. Infinite's annoying. Null's annoying. I think it has to do with play rate. I don't know. But last season, his numbers weren't that great, and so I was like, no, you guys need to chill out on this Galactus talk. Now do Darkhawk? Well, see, that's what they did. That's why they nerfed... oh, Darkhawk? Oh, I see what you're saying. Great. You guys are actually making so much sense today. Darkhawk. This is pretty good. This has a pretty high play rate, 14%. This data here doesn't include the rock slide adjustment, because this is going back for season 12, which is since Nebula came out. So this data doesn't show, like, it doesn't show since, you know, since the rock slide nerf or anything like that. Yeah, I don't think they should nerf anything right now. I think they should buff things. That's my, like, I don't feel like right now there's any cards that need like obvious nerfs. I just don't strongly feel like I hate any cards so much that it needs to be nerfed. I did show the stats. Oh, I didn't show it on the screen. Thought I did. Did I have it on the wrong screen? Yeah, and the locations. Yeah, they basically, we just had a soft Darkhawk nerf, which is I actually don't care. I hate to say this. I get bored of playing Darkhawk, and so like when they said they were going to do that to Rockslide, I was like, yeah, I don't care. It's fine. It just doesn't matter that much to me. If I think this just gives like Sarah Surfer an opportunity to be like, if you want to play Sarah Surfer now, you can. This is probably one of the better decks right now. Sarah Surfer. It doesn't run Enchantress, doesn't run Rock Slide. It was already pretty good, probably even better now. One point does matter though. It does. It's not super obvious, but 1 or 2 points actually matters. Yeah, Kitty and Bounce with Collector should be pretty good. All right, I will see you guys. I'm not gonna. I may or may not stream tomorrow. So Kat's birthday was yesterday. but we're largely celebrating it tomorrow. So we're going to go out to dinner. We're going to go to that Zach Baggins Haunted Museum. We got some other stuff to do. So I don't know what time I'm going to be available tomorrow. I'm going to hop over to Twitch after I eat lunch, and I'll be playing Marvel Strike Force and Lord of the Rings if I have downtime. But I'm mostly going to be playing Marvel Strike Force. And I'll play, if I run out of stuff to play with Marvel Strike Force and I run out of stuff to play with Lord of the Rings, then I'll play Marvel Snap. Bye for now. Oh, we're going to a fun place. Yeah, Jason, no cards more annoying than Professor X. Jason knows she's gonna have a treat tomorrow. She's looking forward to him tomorrow. Bye for now.